Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. Let's talk about Cody, this result. Um, there's a couple of issues I have with this story. Um, Felicia got on my nerves. Okay, Felicia got on my nerves. Um, Cody reads out the test results and he's like, yeah, we're not a match or anything. And Mac is kind of bummed. Cody, at the time, I didn't know exactly how he was feeling. And when Britt and Felicia kind of separated, Cody was like, listen, just because we're not father and son, don't mean that we can't get to know each other. You seem like a great person. I'd like to be friends with you. And Mac was like, yeah, okay, we can do that. And then at some point, Mac kind of steps away, right? And Felicia's like, are you okay? Is everything all right? Mac's like, yeah, whatever. But Felicia's like, no, 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 no. Talk to me about it. Tell me how you're feeling. I'm like, can you give him a minute to actually process this? You can clearly see that he's disappointed, that he's bummed about this news. And it's like you want to sit there and have this long drawn. It's like the wounds are still fresh, and you want to be like, yeah, I know you're getting stitched up from like a knife wound, but you want to just sit there and just tell me how it feels. I mean, just really go into some detail. Leave nothing back. That's how I felt she was going at this, and I'm like, boo, give him a minute to sit there and process this, okay? Like it was annoying. Now, even afterwards, when she was talking to Cody, she was giving him an attitude. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, you found the results. They're not father and son. So what is your issue? She's all like, oh, well, it seemed like you didn't want to be a part of this family anyway, and so you must be relieved. And then it's just the way she was talking to her was like, lady, what is your problem? Calm down. I didn't understand that, and she just, that woman vexes me sometimes. She really does. And Britt was kind of annoying too. Like I didn't understand. Like there was, when Cody brought her coffee, she was like, "Oh, you're just using that as distraction and not talk about your feelings." I'm like, what is with you people in these feelings? Like, can you just give these men a minute to process what's going on before you start being like, you need to sit there and talk and you need to let it out. Okay, do I need to let it out this very second? Like, chill, calm down. So Nick, I don't know who he's actually talking to on the phone, but he's upset that Esme kind of escaped. So he's walking around, and at some point, it gets kind of dark. You can't see anything. And Esme comes after him, or at least I'm assuming, comes after him with a hook. Now, where she got this hook from, who knows? But at some point, they start fighting, and I couldn't tell if Nicholas got caught by the hook or he just fell. I mean, listen, I know that this is a soap opera and they're not really known for their action scenes, but this was kind of difficult to tell what happened because at some point Nicholas falls. I'm like, did he get hooked? Like, did he get poisoned or whatever? And Liz calls him. And, he finds the hook. He puts something around it his way. He can get, they can get fingerprints. And he's angry and he's talking to himself. And I'm like, okay, you're not poisoned. So why would you on the floor that long? It's not like this person hit you upside the head with a vase or anything. I know I shouldn't be nitpicking on this because I know it's not their area. But I was just confused and I so Michael catches TJ and TJ and Willow in somewhat of an intimate moment. Like they just finished like hugging or whatever. You could just tell like there's emotion there. He doesn't know what emotion is, But since, you got Sonny and Nina talking about how Willow's cheating, he's like, what's going on? When he starts talking, instead of Willow straight up coming out and saying, hey, listen, it's not what this is, you know, or her just saying, hey, I have this and this is why he's here to support me, she's just like, do you think I'm cheating? And so you go into this whole little 5 minute explanation, and I'm just like, still waiting. And eventually, she tells TJ to leave the room, and she does tell him that she has leukemia. And I don't know. For me, I felt like like it was. Here's the thing. It was good that she finally got it out. She finally told him. They talked about it and everything like that. And Michael, instead of just being drowned with sorrow and crying and everything like that, he wanted to be more proactive. Like, all right, what is our next step? Great, great stuff. But this is one of those things where it's like it took so long for her to say something that when she finally says it, I'm just like, okay. She finally told him. I don't know. It's not so much that it came off flat. It was just like maybe if she would have told him a little bit sooner or told him when it actually happened, I felt like it would have been for me personally a little bit more of an emotional impact for me. But I spent so long being like, oh, Willow isn't telling. I'm annoyed to a point where I didn't care. Then when she finally tells him, just like, imagine that. Sonny does question TJ, and TJ's like, yo, listen, you know me for years. Okay? Would I really sit there and do something like that? To Molly, to Willow, her relationship with Michael. And TJ does say, listen, Nina got it wrong, but she keeps it there getting in your ear, making trouble, and she doesn't really care about the consequences. Sonny at the end does say that he believes him, but he's like, you're going to have a hard time convincing Michael, which I'm just like, kind of too late for that. He doesn't sit there and say what it is. He's like, listen, that's Willow's story to tell. Even though that he is not her doctor that's treating her on this whole thing, he respects her privacy. Person think he should have probably just been like, all right, this is what it is, just to put his mind at ease, but whatever. But I do understand the idea of, I do get something like that. You don't just, you let her tell her story. Now with Finn and Liz finally tells Finn the truth, and he takes a hot minute to sit there and accept it. He's like, we were happily married. I don't understand. And Liz is like, yeah, my dad. Um, he had a history. Okay, he had a history. But something for me personally, just I felt like this whole scene was kind of flat. When you look at it as a whole, let's think about it for a minute. She tells him, hey, I'm the reason that Rachel fell. She got a blood transfusion. She called Blackwoods. He's like, I don't exactly remember what he says, but he gets to her. He caresses her hair. And then he walks away. And then at the end, he's just sitting in the office, looking at a picture, crying. That's it. That's it. I don't know. For me, it just was like, just like, I didn't even know how to take that. He was just like, all right. It took him a minute to accept it. He touches her hair. He just walks out. And then you don't see him to the end in his office in the dark practically. It's interesting. During the live stream yesterday, somebody was like, because, at the end of the episode, Cody does look at the results and they are matched. Um, Cody is Mac's son. But somebody in the chat yesterday, somebody in the live stream yesterday was like, he's probably going to lie about it so this way he can get his hands on those diamonds. I mean, on the jewelry, which starting to look more likely that's the case of it. Um, So Anna's unconscious. Dex gets to her, wakes her up. Valentine gets there because Valentine was waiting. It's like, yo, what's taking so long? He gets there. Anna finds out that Heather's escaped. And she's like, Heather, where are you? And I'm like, Valentine's like, yo, what are you doing? We gotta go. But Heather's on a, you're fugitives now. We gotta go. We gotta wrap this up. So eventually, Anna just, her brain starts working again and realizes that she can't be there, so they leave. And it turns out towards the end of the episode, Dax was shot. Dax was shot, so now he's in a cave somewhere, probably bleeding out. I'm assuming at this point he's going to want to call on Joss, and this is where the whole mini Carly and mini Jason comes in. I still do miss Jason. I understand that the story and everything like that has moved into such a place where it's like it makes Jason seem irrelevant. Makes Jason seem irrelevant. There's a lot of people that didn't like when he came back. That it was, some people felt like they didn't really like his return. I personally did, but from what I understand, he's going to be on Days, and I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, as a Days fan, I love Days of Our Lives. There's a lot of times I love Days of Our Lives more than GH. So it doesn't affect me as far as seeing the actor again, seeing Steve. It's nice that he has a job. Really want him to come back to GH. I really do. I mean, I just do. Dante was with Sonny for a little bit, checking on him, making sure he was okay. He gets a call. Um, yeah, he gets a call, and at that time, Mac also gets the call later on. They realize that Anna escaped, Heather escaped, and of course Dante tells Sonny, just to let you know, Anna escaped or whatever. My whole thing is like, I'm surprised that Sonny, like I'm surprised that he doesn't think that it's Sonny right away. Because he was talking to Sonny, and Sonny was like, listen, I talked to people in Bentonville just to look out for her. And when they get to the crash site, they realize that, you know, this whole thing, like, somebody was planted in there to rescue Anna, and it went sideways. But the thing is, Anna has a lot of contacts. She has a lot of contacts. So it could be a number of people that could have helped her escape. So I'm still surprised he's not automatically just assuming it's Sonny. But maybe it'll cross his mind at some point. See this, that just annoys me. See, common sense would sit there and say, Anna and Sonny go way back. Maybe Sonny helped Anna escape. But then you're just like, they didn't even bother to mention Alex. So why would they use common sense to, think it was Sonny? Esme gets back on the main island. She's on the docks and she has a sound, so she ducks behind some boxes and see Liz. Because Liz went to call Terry. Terry didn't respond, so she calls Nicholas. Nicholas didn't respond either, but she's going to go to Spoon Island. So the question is she going to get hugged? Probably not. I mean, I know Esme's there, but Esme doesn't have her weapon. Or, she doesn't have a weapon or anything. I think that's about it. I can't think of anything else that really happened. I think this episode was pretty decent. All is said and done, I think this was a pretty decent episode. So with that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe. And before I go, so I said this in maybe my day's video, but I'll say in this video as well. So moving forward, because I'm gonna be doing a lot of live streams this week. To Wednesday. So yeah. Tonight, already going to put out this video a little bit later on, but Thursday and Friday, I'm also going to be doing a live stream at 8 p.m. And then moving forward, Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Pacific Standard Time. I will be going live. I'll be doing a live stream 5 days a week. I want to do this for a while. I want to sit there and have a set schedule for a while, but I want to make sure at my job that I was going to have a somewhat semi set schedule, because I don't want to sit there and get into a point where it's like I'm saying I'm going to do something and then I can't do it because my schedule is just all over the place. But since my schedule has seemed to calm down a little bit, seemed to be a lot more um, set, which is very difficult in retail. I feel like I can actually commit to something, make a commitment to doing these live streams, which I really enjoy doing. Now, with that being said, I'm still going to be doing reviews. That's not going to change. It's just going to be something additional that I'm going to be doing to with the channel. So yes, I'll probably make a separate video just to kind of announce that. But if you're watching this now, just know that Monday through Friday, Eastern Pacific Standard Time at 8 p.m. I'm going to be going live. Um, most of the times I'm going to be doing by myself. Every now and then, people will drop through. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I look forward to seeing everyone during the live streams. All right. Well, thank you for watching. Be safe, and I will see you in the next video.